Hi, and welcome to yet another episode of Booming Millennials. My good friend Matt is back with me, and today we're going to talk about OK Boomer. This thing has blown up almost, it feels like overnight, you know? I know it hasn't been, but it's just like in the last 2 weeks, we've started hearing OK Boomer and boomers getting their panties in a wad over it, all kinds of stuff like that. So, what is it?
Well, while it might seem that it came out overnight, it has been used throughout the year, specifically starting in about April, as a response to an older gentleman criticizing the Gen Zs and the Millennials over, what was it, Twitter? I believe it was Twitter.
Was it on Twitter?
It was Twitter.
Yeah.
Oh, and their and what he called their Peter Pan ideals of on never growing up, etc., etc.
Right.
And the OK Boomer meme developed out of that as a kind of dismissive resignation, kind of just, all right, you go ahead and do that then.
It's a little passive aggressive.
It's very passive aggressive, but that's not
necessarily
a bad thing.
Yeah, I was going to say it is passive aggression that has been well earned.
Yeah, it's not necessarily a bad thing.
Yeah. Oh. Okay. So it came from Twitter. I have heard something about it gained a lot of steam on TikTok.
It did get a lot of steam on TikTok.
And real quick, what is TikTok? So for people who aren't familiar with that.
TikTok is a website that shows very short video segments, kind of like Vines, but don't let anybody who really likes Vines, because they're very territorial about Vines, even because Vine isn't around anymore.
So we've talked about, you gave a basic description of what it means.
It's almost like YouTube.
Yeah, and I've got a couple of other things I want to play for you, videos that I've recorded with other people around. So we'll look at those. Now, the reaction from boomers has been, let's say, interesting. Yeah. So there's a radio host who talked about this and was not very happy about it. What was it? What was his name? Have we got that yet?
Is this one? Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, right. Oh, that's it. Okay. Radio host.
So there are a lot of memes around this OK Boomer thing, and we're going to talk about a few. Maybe look at them right now. So recently, conservative radio host Bob Lonsberry said, "Boomer is the N-word of ageism. Being hip and flip does not make bigotry okay, nor is a derisive epithet okay because it is new." And he got roasted on Twitter over that.
I would roast him for saying the words hip and flip.
He should be roasted for that. But one of the big responses to what he said was, it's a quote, a bit from John Mulaney. And Mulaney says, "If you're comparing the badness of two words and you won't even say one of them, that's the worst word." Then there was the Star Wars one that you were talking about.
Yes. In Return of the Jedi, there's a scene where Luke, Darth Vader, and Emperor Palpatine are gathered on the Death Star 2, and the Emperor says to Luke that his faith in his friends are his weakness, or is his weakness. And Luke just says in the meme, "OK, Boomer."
We've got that one. It's up there. Then there's this one. I like this one. "OK Boomer only works on boomers from Google. If your boomer is from Apple, you have to say, 'Hey Boomer.' If it's from Amazon, you can simply preface your instruction with boomer, e.g. boomer stop." Something that isn't said anywhere near often enough. This one sums up the millennial attitude about the whole thing better than anything I've seen. Ask my 17-year-old about the OK Boomer discourse. Yeah, my entire generation is going to die on an uninhabitable planet. But sure, their feelings about a meme are super important to me. So what is your take on the whole OK Boomer thing?
I mean, that basically kind of sums it up. It's basically just about how a lot of America's and the world's youths are just getting tired of the political and economic discourse that's going on within the older generation, and how it's affecting the world as a whole.
Tell me what you think. I think the bottom line of the whole deal is, if boomers don't want people making derogatory comments about them, they should stop fucking up.
Maybe.
I don't think we have much to worry about there. That's not going to happen anytime soon. So, thanks. We appreciate you watching.